and welcome back to another episode on the Slatecraft server. I am Teddy. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And this is episode 10. Now, between episodes, I haven't had much time to get much done. I have pretty much just measured out for the pillars for the next level on that thing, which we'll be getting to later on. But the first thing we're going to do is, if you remember a couple episodes ago, we went and got ourselves 6 shulker boxes full of sand, which the only reason we got this stuff was one for making glass, which we made a little bit of already, but we've also got these 2 double chests right about here. And what we need to do, guys, is, if I can get out of here, we need to wander ourselves around here. And we need to do a bit of continuing of filling in the space between our area that we currently have set up and these areas over here that we want to start working on. So I'm going to get more of this bit filled out in a time lapse, get this bit of river filled out down here. And then later on in today's episode, as you can see from the title, we are going to make a start on our raid farm as well. I've got a different design for a raid farm. We're not going to have an XP raid farm because we don't really need an XP raid farm. We've got villagers for XP, so we're not going to do an XP raid farm. We're not even going to do a looting raid farm. We're just going to do a instant death drop raid farm. So we get raids going through a lot faster, hopefully, and then we can have many, many, many drops. So that's the plan, and I will catch you guys on the other side of the time lapse. Okay, as you guys can see, we've got quite a big chunk of the area filled in, at least, even if it's not up to the right level. But that means we can move on and get started on the main project of today's episode, and that one is we are going to start work on our raid farm. And what we're going to do is something a bit different. So let me get my bits and bobs together, and I will meet you guys over there. Alrighty, so we start by doing the usual hi friends. If I can get you to shoot your buddy, that'd be absolutely awesome. You know what, it's fine. We can be here for a while. So what we're going to do is, we've got any blocks on us? We've got some wood. We're going to quickly block off this here. just like that. This is now our base area. Oh, we got some free stuff. We like free stuff. Yeah, I'll just take the lot. We're gonna need that chest later anyway. And then also we're gonna do the whole put glass between these pillars here, and that will give us the determining position of spawnage for our pillager captains. Because this part of the raid farm is exactly the same as what we would do for any other raid farm, in the sense we have to find where the pillagers are spawning so we can actually set the farm up. And then what we're going to do is we are going to have this little area over here. We are going to measure out an area. We are going to dig a massive hole, probably down to about Y50 kind of level, maybe a little bit lower. And we are going to have the spawn platform way up there in the sky. In fact, let me hop over to my creative copy and I'll show you what I'm on about. And here we are in the creative copy. As you guys can see, I've been doing a lot of testing. I have been doing a lot of testing. And this is pretty much what I come up with. This is actually going to be on this side of the farm. So it's actually facing into where our builds are, which are over here. And yeah, this is what it looks like before I touched it. It looks a bit different, I'm just saying. Oh wait, no, this is the right side, because that's where our builds are sitting. It gets confusing simply because this copy of the world, the desert temple that sat right here, didn't actually generate, and nor did the one down the coast over there. So I get a little bit confused, but the mesa biome's in the same spot. There's another desert temple over there that did spawn it in, and the broken pool that's there spawned in as well as that village over there. So this is definitely the right location. And anyway, back to the farm. So we've got the standard setup pillager killer down here with the trident killer to get the looting. Look, we don't need the looting, but we get the bad omen. That's the one, Teddy. And then that sends the bad omen up to me, who is standing up on this platform here, which won't be quite as thick as that, but that's just how I was testing it. And above us, we have got ourselves a villager sat nicely in his little box in here. And then we have our spawn platform, or spawn platforms, whichever way you look at it. And it's very simple. These are 15 spawn locations made solely out of trapdoors, and the reason they're made solely out of trapdoors, and the reason the trapdoors are folded down, is because obviously the pillagers and everybody else thinks the blocks are solid, so we'll just walk off, expecting to walk onto this one, and then just drop straight down. So that is how this thing's going to work out. So what I'm going to do is, now I've shown you pretty much the ins and outs of this farm, I don't need to show you. I don't need to show you guys how to build it. It's really quite straightforward. So I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do a stream over on Teddy Legend Gaming, over on Twitch.tv. And if you guys are following me, I'll see you over there. If not, then definitely go follow me, because you need to. And I'll see you guys after stream. Alrighty, so plenty of time has passed, and I have been a very busy Teddy. As you guys can pretty much see, we have got the farm fully in place. Now, I've dug out a 2-chunk area down here, which is actually a chunk in the middle and half a chunk on either side, which meant I've had to be a little bit creative with our collection system, but it should work perfectly. Basically, I've got 4 minecart hoppers running around down there, collecting all the good stuff. Here is our pillager collection system, and I think it's time for us to run a real quick test. So let's head up here. And let's see how well this thing actually works, because I haven't tested this thing in survival yet. I've only done it in creative, and I'm 50-50 at this point in time. We've got our villager sat just up there like so. We've got our pillagers spawning in down below, hopefully. We have got the Y coordinates set to exactly what we had in the test world. And it should be working perfectly if we get any captains spawn in. Now, I've been testing this just with it being magma blocks in the chamber. Down below here, we've got magma blocks in the bottom of the chamber, so they will be dying from that as well. I can't currently see any in there. So I'll cut away, and when we get a spawn... Oh, there's one in there. Is there a captain? It is not a captain. Oh, no, it was a captain. Here we go. Here we go, guys. We've got a captain. We've got all this surrounded with leaves on top, so nothing should spawn up on here. The only place they should spawn is on these trapdoors. Hopefully. There we go. Straight away. First set, drop in, and die. Now, That there tells me what I need to do is actually hide in the AFK spot and probably bring this wall down a bit in glass so they can't actually shoot me on the way down, because that would be a bad thing. We don't want that happening. So that's one thing from this test that I have discovered. And boom, there goes most of them. There goes the last one. And raid done. This takes absolutely no time at all. As you can see, this works absolutely perfectly. I do need to head down here and turn off the... yeah, that's 3 captains in a row we just got there. This thing is extremely efficient, so I'm going to have to head down after this raid drops through. Right, I've got Ravager, let's quickly drop down because it's going to take a few seconds to die anyway. Ow, I missed. So the Ravager's going to take a little while to die anyway. Just want to turn off this thing. RIP headphone users, I apologise. And one raid mob remaining will be the Ravager, who is probably down there perishing as we speak. And yes, he is beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. And as we come back up onto the AFK platform, we're going to hide back in our little cubby hole where nothing can get us. And hopefully, I want to be able to see what's going on still. I'll use spruce leaves because they have the least visible foliage, essentially. Yep, they fell off. Come, Mr. Witch. Mrs. Witch. Witch face. This is the only problem we're going to have with this farm, is occasionally they're just going to stand there. It will only be occasionally. Hopefully the witch can see me. It's just a garish little love tap. Bye-bye. Little love tap for the witch, and she's gone. Now, hopefully I won't need to do that too often. I'm hoping to be able to actually AFK at this thing. I can't think of any way I can stop them from, like, hanging around on top of here, other than potentially putting a glass layer above all the trapdoors and then have it like 2 or 3 deep and then put a leaf layer on top of that. That would force them off the trapdoors as they spawn in, but that, I think, is the only way we can do it. There we go. We got 1 mob remaining. It must be a Ravager. Yep, I can see the Ravager. I can see it taking damage. It's not a Ravager. It's one of the ones riding the Ravager. But yeah, this thing's working beautifully. And it's a very much a new design as well. I've never done a design like this. As I said, it needs a bit of refining, don't get me wrong. It does. It is kind of off the cuff kind of design. I could compact the size of this thing down a little bit. Probably just to have 1 chunk rather than 2 chunks. Could be a way we could go forward with it, but I think overall we're just going to put the glass layer between us and the pillagers so they can't shoot me from up there, because I realised that that spawn platform is extremely close to my AFK spot. And a definite layer of glass is very much a handy thing to have, especially with the evokers. Go away. Whoa! Fell off. We're good. There we go. Raid victory. Let's head down. Now we've had raid victory appear next to us. And let's check our droppage, because this is our storage system currently. I haven't put the filters in yet, but we have got a 4-item storage system, which actually I expect the outside too to get a lot less than the inside too. But yeah, we're getting good stuff. Loyalty 3, we got totems, more totems. Yeah, we got. I mean, it's not brilliant because we haven't got the looting effect from this farm. But I think they're not finished collecting either. That just flickered. But on the plus side, it's a complete AFK farm. No, there's loads of stuff still down there. Absolutely loads of stuff still in the farm. So it's the middle chunks that are getting caught up a little bit. As long as it collects within 5 minutes, it should be actually fine. This is why we put in this thing here. this collection system that we have in, because we can check if there's any problems. Like that thing's full. It should stop. It didn't stop. I may need to push that back a block. We may need to push that back a block. So extend this rail by one more block and push it back. So we've got 2 flat layers down here. But I have intentionally left myself space for that. So, because it seems to be taking... It seems to only be this one. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to separate it a block. And separate it a block I have done. Now, we've actually separated these completely, rather than just separating them by one single block, because I figured that this one goes out on the left side of the chunk, this one comes out on the left side, that one comes out on the left side, and that one comes out on the left side. So they might as well all be kind of uniform in that sense. So now I need to put in the rest of our storage system down below, which will include sorters. I also may dig out a little bit more space down here as well, and I also need to figure out a way of doing some decorating down here. Now, I haven't got as far as thinking about any kind of decorating, so that may not happen today, but I do want to kind of start making the storage system, and that means I'm going to have to go and do a bit of AFKing up at the iron farm, because we're going to need lots and lots of iron. So let me hop back up. Ouch. And I've already put the glass in up here as well, so when we do a bit more work up here, we are not going to get our face eaten alive by the Ravagers when they start spawning in, other than the extreme outside edges, because I couldn't reach that. So I'm going to have to go get some more glass and get that kind of filled out a little bit more. I've also, as you guys can see, put in a little area down here where I've started filling in this end, because eventually all of this will be filled out around about to that level there. It's not going to go much further than that, but then we'll have to landscape it all in so it makes it all work. But yeah, this will be filled in and leveled off at all one level, so we've got more space for building works. And then, yeah, so that's going to be quite good. But yeah, let me carry on getting stuff and things together. I might do a bit more raidage as well, so we can get some more emeralds coming in, as we've got everything mostly situated out now. And I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. Alright, a little bit more time has passed, and a little bit more stuff has been done. Not really much you can see out here, but these 2 holes in the ground. We have got a bit of stuff done down below. We've got this organised up how I want it to be. We've got a sorting system set up for our emeralds and arrows. I'm not bothering to sort anything else. There's a bug at the moment where the witches actually don't stay spawned in with the raid parties when they spawn. So if a witch goes outside 44 blocks of raid, they still despawn, which kind of sucks. But on the plus side, we've got books, we've got armor, we've got totems, we've got all sorts of good stuff. I've got myself a disenchanter, I've got myself a furnace array set up so I can smelt all of this stuff as well. I'm probably going to put some extra chests over here somewhere for other storage, like, you know, all the millions of totems we're going to have. And then eventually we'll set up some kind of shop, which I don't know what we'll do with it yet, but we'll do emeralds and totems and probably give away arrows as a bonus. So I might even try and sell some of the books we get to, because that could be quite a good idea. Any cursed ones, they're going to go in the trash, to be honest. I'm not going to keep them. I do actually think I might put a trash can somewhere in here. Like kind of here, I might just dig that out and put a trash can in there. That could be quite good. But anyway, that's what we've done down here. So that's kind of cool. I'm quite happy with how that's looking. Now, what I'm going to do next, I am going to go over... Oh, I can't fly with... We can't fly with torches, Teddy. That's not how it works. Brain ache working properly, mate. We get a bit of work over here done. We haven't done any work in this episode yet on Babylon, so we are going to get these pillars in place. As you can see, I've marked them out already, and they need to go up. So I'm going to get these done, and I'll come back to you guys once they are done. So I've got these pillars in, guys. As you can see, they are looking rather good. I did have a small oversight, though, and that small oversight was that there's not one set of pillars up here, there is 2. So I've got to put those in as well, but that is going to have to wait and happen between episodes because unfortunately, guys, I am completely out of time for this episode. That raid farm took me a lot longer than I expected it to. So it is now Sunday night. This episode goes out on Monday morning. So I'll thank you guys for coming out. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you really loved it, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye for now.